Do you suspect that someone close to you is a narcissist? In this video, you will learn exposing a narcissist and how to deal with it. Exposing a narcissist. Do you no longer recognize yourself? You used to be an independent man or woman full of self-confidence, joie de vivre, love and fun. But you've lost that over the years. You increasingly feel that you have lost yourself and you have trouble trusting other people. Now that you start to think about it more, you suddenly realize how small your world has become and you wonder who you can really count on. Until an acquaintance draws your attention to whether you do not live with a narcissist and have therefore become a victim of narcissistic abuse. You immediately go online at home to read about narcissism. You see many similarities in your life and are especially curious how you can get out of this negative situation. The first step to expose a narcissist. Very good. Often the first step is the hardest. And this one you just took. It could very well be that you are currently living with a narcissist and therefore suffer from narcissistic abuse. This is not a healthy situation. The only solution is to distance yourself from this. A narcissist cannot change his behavior, so therapy is not a solution. But first, let's see if we're really dealing with a narcissist here. Because mislabeling someone is not what you want. Moreover, it is very difficult to call someone a narcissist without specialist knowledge. But you can get a good picture based on the symptoms. For convenience, let's call the person we're talking about the suspected narcissist. A narcissist always has a number of characteristics that stand out. We will discuss these features together. Are you dealing with a narcissist? Then this video can be quite confronting. You have to know, you are not alone. You are on a YouTube channel made for and by someone who has come into contact with narcissistic abuse. So feel free to contact us at any time with any questions or to participate in the 30-day Narcissism free challenge. Also, don't forget to download our free ebook for free tips on how to recover from narcissistic abuse. You can read it again at your leisure if you need to. 5 characteristics exposing a narcissist. Now that you know you may be dealing with a narcissistic person, it's time to discuss 5 characteristics of a narcissist. These characteristics are common to almost all narcissists. This way you know exactly whether the suspected narcissist is actually a narcissist or not. Note that you are still not a psychologist, so be careful with accusations. When you are actually dealing with a narcissist, there are some help tools for you to distance yourself from the narcissist and to be full of happiness and pleasure in life again. And that's what we do it for in the end. Unfortunately, trying to change a narcissist is a mission impossible. I found this out myself and many studies have finally proven this. In fact, confronting a narcissist is strongly discouraged. First of all, because a narcissist will never admit to having a narcissistic personality disorder. But worse, the narcissist will use this against you and make you look like a narcissist. This will only make you feel even worse. Exposing a narcissist. Feature number 1. Getting angry quickly. A narcissist's behavior is unpredictable. At one moment it can be very cozy with a narcissist and there is a positive atmosphere. But before you know it, the situation has completely turned around and the narcissist is angry. An hour later, the narcissist may be happy again and act as if nothing happened an hour ago. To drive you crazy. You will soon think it is up to you. But no, absolutely not. This is one of the characteristics of a narcissist. You never know where you stand because the behavior is very unpredictable. Did you know that a narcissist can get angry if you are having fun yourself? Unbelievable, but true. For the same reasons, narcissists hate birthdays, vacations, and other fun activities. In retrospect, it makes sense, because someone with narcissistic characteristics wants to be in the spotlight. Is he in danger of losing that attention? Then others will have to pay the price. Exposing a narcissist. Feature number 2, isolating people. Do you feel like you used to hang out with a lot more people than you do now? Perhaps you used to meet up with friends a lot more and talked to your family members and colleagues more often. Where have these good times been? Do you have the feeling that the suspected narcissist has caused you to be less in contact with friends, relatives, and colleagues at the moment? That may well be true. This is one of a narcissist's strategies to influence you. A narcissist makes you more dependent. The more dependent you become on the narcissist, the more power he or she has over you. And that's exactly what a narcissist wants. Therefore, a narcissist will make you isolated from family and friends. But of course, without you realizing it. By manipulating relationships and by continuing to talk to you, you naturally interact less with other people. He has you completely under his control, and he loves that. Exposing a narcissist, feature number 3, always blaming others. It's your fault. Do you often hear this from the suspected narcissist? Even though it is clearly not your fault, and can any sane person realize this? Unfortunately, I know how you feel. My mother was a narcissist and blamed me for everything. Even if it was obviously my own mother or someone else's fault. The people around her always agreed with her. This always made me doubt. But now that I'm older, I know better. Wisdom comes with time. Then you will learn about flying monkeys. More on this later. A narcissist never blames himself, but always shifts the blame onto someone else. Because no one is better than the narcissist. And taking the blame means you're weak. At least, in the eyes of a narcissist. Exposing a narcissist, feature number 4, lying. Ever wondered who the best liars in the world are? Those aren't actors, they're narcissists. They lie about small things, but also make situations bigger and more beautiful than they are. You don't find evidence to know whether it really happened that way, because it only happens to them, of course. Exposing a narcissist, feature number 5, flying monkeys. Have you ever heard of the term flying monkeys? I mentioned it already before. But this is a designation for people who are actually the servants of a narcissist. Often a narcissist does not operate alone. They help each other in the abuse of the target. A flying monkey can also be someone who is manipulated by the narcissist, too. A flying monkey often believes the narcissist's stories and supports the narcissist, consciously or unconsciously, in carrying out narcissistic abuse. Perhaps there are also one or more flying monkeys in your area that always join the narcissist and make you believe that it is all your fault. Don't let these flying monkeys fool you. Watch out for people who talk highly about the possible narcissist, because for their own benefit, they will undoubtedly tell the narcissist everything you tell them. Time to say goodbye. Now that you have heard the 5 main characteristics of a narcissist, you have a better idea of exposing a narcissist. Do you believe you have exposed the suspected narcissist? If you answer this question with as yes, it is time to say goodbye to the narcissist. This is probably not something you do easily, despite all the damage the narcissist has done. But it's the only right step you can take. Narcissists don't change. But you do have the power to change your own future. Also watch the video, Leaving the Narcissist. What is holding you back? Our resources for victims of narcissistic abuse. As you know, Unmasking Narcissism TV is created by and for victims of narcissistic abuse. We know better than anyone how you feel. Unfortunately. But every disadvantage has its advantage. Because we know how you feel, we can help you too. To help you, we have developed a number of tools based on our knowledge and experience. A great tool that ties in well with the subject of this video is the 30-day Narcissism Free Challenge. Here you will learn how to better protect yourself from narcissistic abuse. Then how to break free from the narcissist and stay that way. Finally, how to get rid of the narcissistic manipulations and restore your self-confidence. After this online program, you will be who you once were. A powerful, confident man or woman who enjoys life. In the description of this video, you can find a link to more information about the 30-day Narcissism Free Challenge. And on our website, you can also download a free ebook with 10 valuable tips for recovery after narcissistic abuse. For now, thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell so you don't miss our next video with information about narcissistic abuse and healing.